You ever notice how noisy the world is? Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, everybody's got an opinion. Turn on your phone, you got 100 people telling you how to live, what to wear, where to go, who to be. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat with yourself? Just you, no noise, no distractions, just your own voice. Because let me tell you, if you spend your life chasing the noise, you'll never hear your own music. Every day we wake up and get hit with a flood of information, the news, social media, texts, notifications. It's constant. It pulls us in 100 different directions before we even take a moment to check in with ourselves. We consume so much of other people's lives that we forget to pay attention to our own. We let their opinions shape our choices. We let their successes dictate our timelines. We let their doubts seep into our dreams, and before we know it, we're living a life that isn't even ours. But here's the truth. Your path is yours and yours alone. Nobody else is walking in your shoes. Nobody else sees the world exactly like you do. Nobody else carries the dreams, the passions, the fire that was placed inside you. So why spend your life tuning into everybody else's channel when you should be broadcasting your own? See, the most successful people in the world, the ones who truly leave their mark, aren't the ones who let the world tell them who to be. They are the ones who decide for themselves. They're the ones who block out the noise, cut off distractions, and tune in to their own purpose. They don't waste time debating with doubters. They don't look around to see who's clapping for them. They put their heads down and get to work, because they know that their dreams don't run on public approval. They run on discipline, on faith, on persistence. You ever watch a sprinter in a race? They're not looking left. They're not looking right. They're not checking to see who's behind them, because the second they do, they lose speed. They lose momentum. They give up control. And that's how people fail, by letting the world pull their focus away from where they're supposed to be going. Your dreams need your full attention. Your purpose needs your full commitment. If you spend all your time watching what everybody else is doing, you'll never have the time to build what you were meant to build. And let me tell you something, nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to block out the distractions for you. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And the moment you take it seriously, the moment you stop waiting for the world to give you permission, that's the moment everything changes. Because when you truly focus on yourself, when you drown out the outside noise and listen to that voice inside, you start to realize something powerful. Everything you need is already in you. The strength, the vision, the ability. You just have to tap into it. You just have to trust it. And that starts today, right now. A lot of people don't even realize they're slowing themselves down because they're too busy looking at someone else's journey. They see a friend buying a new car, a coworker getting a promotion, someone on social media traveling the world, and suddenly they feel like they're behind, like they're failing, like their own progress isn't enough. But let me tell you something, comparison is one of the biggest traps in life. And if you don't break free from it, it will drain your energy, your confidence, and your motivation. The truth is, you are never in competition with anyone except the person you were yesterday. Your path is your own. Your timing is your own. What's meant for you will come to you, not by watching someone else's success, but by focusing on your own work, your own growth, your own progress. But that's not easy, is it? Because we live in a world where comparison is everywhere. It's on your phone, it's in conversations with friends and family. It's in the expectations society places on you. We've been trained to measure our success by looking at someone else's highlight reel without ever seeing the struggles, the sacrifices, and the failures they went through to get there. You might see someone post about their perfect relationship, but you don't see the nights they cried themselves to sleep. You might see someone's new business taking off, but you don't see the years they spent working in the dark, doubting themselves, wondering if they'd ever make it. Comparison makes you forget that success is a process. It makes you believe that if you're not where someone else is, you must be doing something wrong. And that mindset will destroy you. It will keep you in a cycle of self-doubt. It will make you hesitate when you should be taking action. It will make you bitter instead of inspired. But let me ask you something. Why are you looking at their plate when you have your own meal in front of you? Why are you worried about their timeline when your story is being written just as it's supposed to be? Nobody else has lived your life. Nobody else has your unique experiences, your gifts, your vision. So why waste time measuring your success against someone who isn't even running the same race as you? The moment you shift your focus back to yourself, everything changes. You start to realize that the only way to move forward is to put your energy where it matters, on your own path, your own dreams, your own growth. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's ahead, who's behind, or who's watching. The only thing that matters is that you keep going. Focus isn't just about avoiding distractions. It's about making a decision. A decision that your dreams, your goals, your purpose are worth more than temporary pleasures and meaningless noise. It's about committing fully and completely to the journey ahead, no matter how long it takes or how hard it gets. Because let's be real, most people don't fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they lack focus. They let the world pull them in too many directions. They start and stop, chasing every new trend, every new shortcut, never sticking with one thing long enough to see it through. You ever wonder why some people seem to get ahead while others stay stuck in the same place for years? It's not luck. It's not some secret formula. It's discipline. It's the ability to wake up every day and do the work, even when they don't feel like it, even when they're tired, even when the results aren't showing yet. It's about showing up when nobody's watching, when nobody's clapping, when nobody believes in them, because they believe in themselves. The truth is, life will test you. It will throw distractions at you left and right. It will give you every excuse to take the easy way out, to quit, to say, maybe this isn't for me. And most people will take those excuses. They'll let fear talk them out of their dreams. They'll let comfort keep them from pushing harder. They'll tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, next week, next year, until they wake up one day and realize they've wasted half their life waiting for the perfect moment. But those who succeed, they move differently. They guard their time, their energy, their focus like their life depends on it. Because it does. They understand that every minute wasted on meaningless distractions is a minute taken away from their purpose. They know that what they do in private, in the moments nobody sees, will determine what they achieve in public. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the price of greatness, and not everybody is willing to pay it. That's why not everybody wins. That's why so many people dream but never achieve. Because they don't have the patience, the persistence, the willingness to sacrifice. But if you do, if you can train your mind to stay locked in, to stay committed even when the road gets tough, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. At the end of the day, focus isn't just about working hard. It's about working smart. It's about putting your energy into the right things, the things that will move you forward, the things that truly matter. And once you master that, once you learn to control your focus instead of letting the world control it for you, that's when everything starts to change. Life will test you, not once, not twice, but over and over again. It will throw obstacles in your path, shake your confidence, and make you question whether you even have what it takes. And let me tell you something. Most people don't make it. Not because they aren't talented, not because they aren't capable, but because they let those setbacks define them. They hit a wall, and instead of pushing through, they turn around. They fall down, and instead of getting back up, they stay there, blaming the world for how unfair life is. But listen to me. Resilience is everything. It's the difference between the people who talk about their dreams and the people who actually live them. It's the difference between those who settle for less and those who refuse to quit until they get what they came for. The truth is, failure is part of the process. There is no success story without struggle. There is no victory without setbacks. Every person who has ever accomplished something great has had moments where they felt like giving up. The only difference? They didn't. Think about a seed planted in the ground. Before it ever breaks the surface, before anyone can see the growth, it has to push through the dirt. It has to fight against the weight of the soil, the darkness, the pressure, before it ever reaches the light. And that's how success works. You will be buried by doubt, by failure, by criticism. You will feel like the pressure is too much, like you are stuck in a place where nothing is happening. But what you don't realize is that you are growing. Every challenge, every loss, every setback is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for what's ahead, but only if you don't quit. Only if you refuse to let failure break you. See, most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they don't get back up. They take one rejection, one loss, one difficult season, and they let it convince them that they're not good enough. But the ones who make it, the ones who rise to the top, they understand that every no is just part of the journey to yes. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. You can't let your struggles define you. You can't let one bad chapter convince you the story is over. Because the truth is, the people who succeed in life are not the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never stop moving forward. They're the ones who take every punch, every loss, every disappointment, and use it as fuel. They don't let the pain break them. They let it build them. So when life knocks you down, and it will, you have two choices. You can stay there, complain, and make excuses, or you can get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Because at the end of the day, the only people who truly fail are the ones who give up, the ones who stop trying, the ones who let the struggle convince them to settle for less. But that's not you. That's not why you're here. You didn't come this far just to quit when it gets hard. You didn't start this journey just to stop halfway. If you want it, if you really want it, then nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop you. But that choice is yours.